The moment I turned around, she had grabbed the shot, she downed the shot, immediately turned over to the next table, threw up on the couch. Onto...
Hi, it's Hazelle.
It's Azura.
And I'm Germaine.
And welcome back to Celebrities Hush Podcast. Today, I have a very important question for the floor.
Oh, cool.
When was the last time you girls went clubbing?
Saturday.
Like last Saturday?
Yes. When's the last time you went clubbing, Hazy?
Actually, I think you girls would know. When? I don't even remember it myself.
No, you always go downstairs only, then you go home.
Yeah, on my birthday. I
was what
invited her.
happened. Because Germaine told me, okay,
Yeah.
let's meet at 11 p.m.
Okay.
And at 11:45, nobody was there.
Oh, sorry.
And I was like, Germaine, I got work tomorrow. You come right here, I take a photo with you, and then I zao.
Yeah, so she was outside the club, but she never stepped in.
Yeah.
So I think the last time last year, your birthday, we brought you to a bar. So not really counted.
Okay, yeah.
The year before that, we went to LA.
Oh, yeah.
We went to kind of like a club. So I would say that's the last time. 2021 November.
Oh, cool. I like that club. That was a nice one.
Yeah.
They really had to drag me out of the house.
No, but because
They
it
had
was
dancers and all
barish.
that.
It was barish and they were playing like YMCA. That's what she like.
I'm
that was
such an also.
The last time you were in a
I
club-ish.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really been such a long time since I went clubbing. But for you girls, has it been any different pre-COVID and now?
Pre-COVID, I don't remember bumping into any of my exes in the club.
Oh, man.
Last Saturday, I bumped into two of them in the same night.
At the same place?
At the same place. What a wonderful surprise. Thank you guys so much.
I was surprised too.
Oh yeah, she also bumped into them. So thank you very much for showing up.
Okay, other than this?
I don't know. I was a lot younger and probably a bit, not as responsible as I am now. Okay, I can't really see that. Okay, now I'm responsible. Now, as of today. Yeah.
Well, I haven't stepped into a club in such a long time, so I was pretty astonished to see like articles and like in news and stuff talking about how much of a massive spike there has been in like cases of outrage of modesty, molestation in nightlife. I don't know. Have you girls ever witnessed that?
I saw that in the news.
Okay.
Yes, it has happened to me. I think, I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I've also witnessed these things happening to other people as well.
What about you, Zura? Have you witnessed it or has it ever happened to you?
No.
No, I feel like no guys would dare to touch Zura.
Huh?
No, touch her without her consent.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, she
With
will,
her
like,
consent, can.
that one, can or not?
You can touch me any day.
Without your consent also.
Without
can.
can also. Why
No,
people
I feel
scared?
like you look so tough. So like they
Oh.
wouldn't dare to, touch you without you saying yes.
Like,
Oh.
she's intimidating.
She is.
Okay.
Sorry, can I share a story?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this actually just happened now that you reminded me, right?
Okay.
Nothing to do with touching, but since you said I have yes.
Yeah.
Usually I'm very nice. I keep it together, I'm not very like I won't like right?
You sure?
But wow, I tripped the other day. So basically, like I was outside and then this person came up to me and was like, trying to chat me up, right? And then after that, eventually asked my Instagram. So I gave. Then he followed. I'm not gonna follow you back. I don't know you. A couple of days later, I was out there again. And this person came again.
Okay.
And then he was like, oh, I followed you, but you didn't follow me back. Like, do you remember me?
Oh.
Yeah, just because like you're a DJ and everything, I flipped and I went, listen, that has nothing to do with anything. Don't talk to me like that. I walked off. And this fellow was like, no.
Was he drunk?
Probably.
I wouldn't say drunk.
Okay,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah, but liquid courage always makes you say like stupid things sometimes. Yeah. And but still, I mean, you're not, entitled to follow anybody back that you don't know.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you guys really enjoy like your girls' night out. Has it ever bothered you that there has been a spike in molestation cases?
Well, I think, after going out for so many years, you kind of learn to be responsible for yourself after making mistakes. But hopefully, some of the tips that we can give you today will prevent you from making those mistakes. Because now when I see like other girls, I'll tell you this story of something that happened. So in a club, we're all sitting around this table, right, basically. So there's this girl, I don't know her very well, but I've met her like 1 or 2 times. She's like a friend of a friend. She was obviously very intoxicated, right? And she was wearing a white dress, very, very short white dress.
Okay.
And she was so intoxicated that she didn't realize that her dress kept riding up, like to the point where I can see her underwear.
Oh no.
So I was pretty sober that night, so I kept pulling it down for her, right? As a fellow girl, like no one else was helping her. It was mostly guys, and so I kept pulling her skirt down for her. And she was like, already wobbling around, not really stable and all that. And they were handing around tequila shots. And this girl obviously cannot drink anymore, not even one sip. And I said, don't drink it. I said, don't take it. But the moment I turned around, she had grabbed the shot. She downed the shot and she immediately turned over to the next table, threw up on the couch. Onto the girl at the next table, her brand new Chanel bag.
Oh no!
And these people, 2 or 3 people, 2 guys and 1 girl, were trying to grab her down into their table to get her to pay for the bag. And I was like, no. I was like, no, God. And she had like another guy friend there, and I was like, can you please, get her away? Like, just bring her somewhere else, bring her to the bathroom or something. Because yeah.
But how did they resolve this conflict? There must be a conclusion. Like, what's going to happen to the bag?
No, I think she just left.
Moral of the story, don't bring your brand new Chanel to the clubs.
That is very, very true.
True.
Words of advice.
Responsible clubbing.
Yeah.
Smart clubbing.
Responsible clubbing. You know, the spike in molestation cases, it's very serious. Compared to the 21 cases in 2021, in 2022, there are 129 cases. That's a
Wow.
more than 500% spike.
Wow.
Do you girls think that molest cases are a normal occurrence in the nightclub?
Well, it shouldn't be, right? I mean, it shouldn't be a normal occurrence anywhere. And the numbers that, have spiked is very worrying to me. But perhaps, right, like post-COVID, I guess people let loose a little bit more than we expected to. And because of that, they weren't able to, be smart about their decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I actually just spoke on this on the news in radio mid-January. So there was this 47-year-old Singaporean man. He was convicted of breaking into a 39-year-old woman's house and raping her. So basically, a bunch of friends, they were having fun at a KTV lounge in Bugis. And then the guy, being the only sober one, he was like sending everyone back home. The first person they dropped back home was this 39-year-old girl. So after her friends tucked her in bed, they actually slid her house keys under the door.
Oh my gosh.
After locking it, they slid it back under the door so the keys are safe and intact, right?
Okay.
Right? So the guy proceeded to send each and every friend back home. But after dropping off that last person, he actually made a U-turn back to Bugis, back to the woman's place. He found this random satay stick and he started to
Fish
just
the-
poke
for the
around.
key.
Yeah.
What?
You know, the door slit, underneath
Yes,
the door.
yes.
Just fish around for the keys, just hold it back out, unlock the door, and he proceeded to go in and rape this 39-year-old woman.
Oh my gosh.
So basically, of course, he was caught. The lady called the police, and he was basically put into jail. His name is Yap Pao Fu, by the way. Like, it's all the papers.
What?
Yeah, we should name you and shame you.
But why would you do that? You dropped everyone off. You could have just gone home.
No, but it's like, don't you think that there was intention there from the very start? Like, oh, you already saw your friend slip the key in. Oh, you already know, like, you know what? You already thought
Yeah.
about it.
To find a satay stick and then
Yeah.
go
Yes.
back.
And to turn back.
Yes.
So this is pretty ridiculous, in my opinion. But now, this brings us to our next question. How do we move away from like unwanted physical touches? I mean, this setting is like in the nightclub, not back at your own place or like whatever, in the public space.
Be
Well-
fierce.
Be fierce, like Azura.
Be fierce.
Be fierce.
No, but sometimes after you've had a few drinks, you're not you become a bit more, friendly and you
You
don't
loosen up,
necessarily.
basically.
Yeah, you loosen up, right? And when you're being friendly, that may be mistaken as a friendly advance or an opening. You know what I mean? But to me, there are ways to, of course, not put yourself at risk. But if it does happen to you, my answer would be call security immediately.
Right, they actually have quite a lot of like security.
No, for sure. Yeah.
there, right.
Because if it happens to you and you don't report it, it could happen to someone else.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is sometimes, I don't know if you girls have heard about this, but what if the security downplays it? Like, tell the patrons that, oh, you're probably just imagining it.
Oh,
He didn't
wow.
really touch you. I didn't see it happen.
Well, firstly, that's a very terrible thing
Right.
to be saying or doing. But we have seen cases where the justice system or the system
Fails
has
you.
failed, victims. In that case, I mean, try to seek help elsewhere, like with your friends, or
Right.
even if it's really like a serious case, the police. Go straight to the police. Yeah.
Correct. I think it's also very important that, when you already know that you're putting yourself in a higher risk situation like that, right? By going out, by, drinking, I think it's very important that you know your friends. You know these people will take care of you, that they will stand up for you, that you can go to them at any time and they're protective of you. Yeah.
Right. But in the situation that the security fails, your friends are all intoxicated, there's no one you can depend on, I'd suggest that you leave the place.
Yeah.
Just come back another time or go back to another place next time and just have fun. Well, I feel like, it's very tough, like how you handle this situation. But I think what's most important is you really have to make sure you are aware and conscious of your own decisions after having a few drinks.
Oh, definitely. I think, you see, we mentioned this in a previous episode as well, that alcohol could be a risk factor for this. And, we also covered victim blaming. And at the end of the day, yes, it is still on the person, and the person's upbringing and morals and ethics not to do something shitty like this.
Right.
But if you are going to be going out and partying and being in the nightlife, I think there are certain things that you can do to protect yourself, and we'll cover that later.
For sure. So for now, a fun quiz.
Okay.
All our listeners here at Hush Podcast can take part, and you girls as well. Okay. What type of drunk are you?
Okay, sorry,
So-
not for Azura, but...
Correct.
A total of 4 types of drunk. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
The first one, Hemingways. So your personality don't change much when you drink, and Hemingways actually make up 40% of drinkers. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Your conscience, your intellect, they're mostly unaffected. Okay. Drunk number 2, Mary Poppins. The more you drink, the more extroverted you get. You become especially cheerful, friendly, outgoing, but you tend to experience a few alcohol-related problems. Number 3, the nutty professors. They are most uninhibited when they drink, which means they are very vocal about their thoughts, no restraints. You may be typically shy and self-conscious, but when you're drunk, you have the greatest increase in extroversion. And the last type of drunk, Mr. Heights. They are the mean types of drunks, okay?
Oh, wow.
Greatest decrease in intellect. Okay, most likely to experience negative consequences from drinking, such as getting in fights, blacking out, or puking on people's brand new Chanel bag.
Wow. I'm the 5th type
What?
that take care of all the drugs.
Oh,
Oh,
the mother
really?
hen. I think Hazy is a Hemingway,
I think so too.
right? Because you're the
personality,
same.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really
Doesn't
change.
change much.
Yeah.
No, she's that funny when she's drunk.
Oh, she's definitely.
You
she's
mean when I'm
very
not drunk, not
funny.
funny?
No, you're like next level funny.
No, but you're already very cheerful and outgoing, and when you're drunk, it's more like just an elevated version of that. But I don't think your personality changes. that
Right.
much.
And I feel like
Yeah.
for me, I'm really an also. When I'm drunk, I feel sleepy. I just want to go home and sleep.
Yeah, she just wants to sleep.
I just want to sleep,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
You'll know it's the end of Hazy's night when she's like her eyes are like this. Yeah.
What time is it? Can we go home? Okay, I think for Jeremy,
Actually, I know which one I am.
Mary Poppins.
Yes. Yeah.
Mary Poppins, you become especially cheerful, friendly, and outgoing. When Jeremy is drunk, you see her on a sofa just talking away.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She's been on every single sofa in every club.
Oh yeah.
Cool. This happens, right? Because I get so outgoing and friendly, right? So I go out and then I come back and then I wake up and I followed like 20 new people on Instagram. And I'm like, who are you? And then I see them again the next time. They're like, hey, you remember me? I'm like, yeah.
So do you unfollow at some point?
I want to ask that.
If I truly don't remember you, I will. But
Okay.
most of the time, I will have some sort of like inkling as to, we met last night or something. Yeah.
So actually, right, a couple of years ago, I had this friend
Uh-huh.
who was in a long-term relationship, and then basically shit happened, and they broke up.
Okay.
And then for the next 3 years, every single time he was drunk, he would be wailing in tears
Oh, man.
for the next 3 years. So I guess he was like set drunk.
Maybe it's the situation that you're in as well, like your
Yes.
mental state
Yes.
when you go out and drink. If like you're already angry about something, maybe the alcohol will make you
More aggressive.
more aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like also knowing what type of drunk you are helps you in making your decisions. So if you know you're like, for example, the sad type or like the angry, aggressive type, then limit your alcohol, am I right? So you don't do the wrong, stupid, dumb things.
Actually, I learned recently that vodka makes me cry. So I will be
Oh.
staying away from vodka. Thank you very much.
So what makes you the most happy?
Tequila. Yeah. So
Love that.
goodbye vodka. Anyway.
Okay, now that we've discussed the different types of drunks, how about some possible ways to protect ourselves? Without coming across as aggressive or like, whatever.
I think the one biggest thing that I've learned is knowing your limit.
Right.
Everyone has a different limit to alcohol. And I think the biggest cause of, being in an unsafe position is binge drinking. You can only have a certain number of drinks an hour, but obviously that's not realistic when you go out, right? So just know your limit and know when to have self-control to reject drinks.
That's so important because
Yeah.
for me, sometimes when I'm in the high of things, I just stop rejecting drinks. You just want to keep drinking to keep that
Yes.
high feeling going.
But is that going to be safe? Is that a responsible decision to
That
be
is not.
making?
That is very true.
I saw a video recently
Uh-huh.
which said that your body can only process like this amount of alcohol every like hour.
Yes.
Oh.
Like 2 or 3 drinks, basically.
And actually lesser, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like half a shot or maybe one shot. That's what you can process like every hour. But you're
One
taking
shot
like
every hour.
Yeah.
but you're taking like
5.
5 shots
10.
every 10 minutes. Right? So it builds up. And that's when like because your body can't break it down like fast enough. Yeah.
Another thing that I think has been really useful is adopting a buddy system.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so buddy system is where you go out and you and that one friend, you guys will get each other home. So no matter what, you're gonna get each other home. You're gonna watch each other. You're gonna go to the bathroom with each other. I mean, especially girls, right? Having a buddy for the night. And I just think it's responsible that you know your limit or you have a buddy, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna be drinking past your limit and ending up like blacked out on the floor outside of the club, that is on you.
Right.
Right? Yeah. And you have no friend to take care of you. You could very well be taken advantage of.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point, having a buddy system, because it not just forces you to be responsible for yourself, you also have to drink just less, just so you can be responsible for the friend that you promised to take care of.
Exactly.
What if they're like both drunk-ish? Then how does this buddy system hold up?
That's why your buddy is a motivation for you to
Yeah.
sort of like control your drinks.
But shit happens.
I know.
Then
I
how?
mean, yes, we make mistakes, and we're not saying like we haven't made those same mistakes, right? But we're just saying to the best of your abilities.
Correct.
Yeah.
Actually, sometimes, right, I see people pass out like on the streets
Yeah.
with no one. And I'm like, wow, your friends, like, where are your friends?
No, I've seen a photo that someone posted. I don't know if you saw this. 2 guys passed out on top of each other, covered in their own vomit, and their wallets, their cards, and everything are all over the floor. Like anyone could just steal your shit and run.
Then what happened to them?
I don't know.
Everyone
Because
just
someone
walked
posted
away.
a picture of
Oh, right,
these
right,
guys
right.
and saying like, "Wow, why you drink until like that?"
Oh.
I always wondered, like, where are your friends? Like, oh my God, your friends are not good, leh.
Maybe they are also really, really drunk.
Mm,
Or maybe these 2 guys were buddies and then they both passed out. It's possible.
very
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
So my next suggestion, it may not be well received, but it may work. Consider going alcohol free for the night.
Whoa.
Okay, I know we all go out, wanting to be like intoxicated, wanting to be high, have some fun. But, during the World Cup 2022, Qatar, the host country, decided to ban alcohol. But despite that, many people still said they had fun. And most importantly, women said that they felt safer.
Oh, wow.
So I think that's great, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, Avery, who's just on the podcast,
Right.
Sometimes when he goes out and he knows he doesn't want to have a sip or a drop of drink that
He
night,
rides.
he will ride his bike to the club and he'll reject all drinks. Because having rode his bike to the club, it's motivation for him to
Right.
reject any drink. Because if he doesn't ride and people ask like, oh, why you drove, you rode today? And then he says no, and then they will try to ply him with drinks.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So
But-
that's his tactic.
But people will be nice enough to like not force him to drink if he rides,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Of
because
course,
it's
right?
a responsible thing to do. Don't
Right.
drink and drive,
Correct.
right?
Actually, it's true, Like, I think the minute you say you're driving or you're riding, people are like, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
They give you a pass. They're like, no, you shouldn't be drinking.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, and don't bring too much baggage into the club.
Don't
What
bring
do
a
you-
brand new Chanel bag.
Yeah.
No, I have a friend, she's lost her phone like 5 times last year. She lost her laptop like twice last year.
Because you brought them in the club?
yeah, because she goes right after work, right? Or she's
Oh,
doing work, right? She brings
no.
everything. Yeah, you know who, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, try not to bring so many things. At the end of the day, if your friend is a high risk situation, like a fight or flight situation, air tag her. Put a damn tracker on her.
Yes.
Have you ever been air tagged?
No. I'm not a high risk situation.
Next, I know many people want to film like some happenings in the club. For example, when there's a fight or like when there's something interesting happening, they will film it and post it on TikTok for the views and the likes and engagement, right? But actually, this puts you in a high risk situation. What if like that person in the video finds out who you are, which he will because your account is tied to your TikTok, and he just approaches you outside of the club,
Oh.
or you might be mistaken as someone involved in the fight itself.
That's true. I mean, sometimes, mind your own business, right? And just, if you can get help, get help. But
Yep.
just to film it and post it might not be the best idea.
Correct. If you see a fight, just call security.
Sometimes it's a bit hard to fight the urge to want to like film it down. Totally get it.
I know,
Totally
yeah.
get it.
Especially in
Mother
this
raised
day
you to be so capable.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, don't! I wasn't talking about you.
Okay, so last but not least, if you're a victim, try to shout if you have been inappropriately touched. That's
Okay, but that
very
may be
important.
tough in a club. It's very
Loud.
loud. Oh, actually, this did happen to me at this festival, right,
Okay.
that we had last year.
Okay.
I felt, because, obviously everyone had been drinking, right? But I felt someone smack my ass. I felt just like and then I look back and there's no one else around. It's just only this one guy. Everyone else is minding their own business. So what I did was I told the server at the table, I said, that guy just smacked my ass. Can you just keep him away from me? And then for the rest of the night, she was just watching out for me. And I stayed away from the guy. I didn't like shout or whatever because I don't know if it was an accident. I don't know if, he was conscious of what he was doing. And I didn't want to make a deal of it, right? Because I wasn't sure. So I just told the server to keep him away.
Right.
I think it also helps to have like code signs with your friends.
What? Like
Like a
like
like a
okay,
wink?
let's like one more time, please. Okay, maybe right. Like they don't know when they should keep you away and when they shouldn't.
Oh,
You understand what I mean? Like
Okay,
they
okay.
may think you're interested in that person, but you're
Yeah.
not. So you need to have a sign.
Oh, I have a look. Usually,
Yes,
like if I
a
want to
look.
get out of a situation,
Yes.
I'll look to a girlfriend. I'll be like,
Yes,
yeah. It's like while the guy's talking,
correct.
and then the friend will come over like, hey. Or even I do that at Avery sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah, so they can take you away, that sort of thing,
Yep.
Because like they may think that like, oh, maybe you like the guy, maybe like you wanna talk too.
shall we come up with a sign right now?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It looks subtle enough. Very subtle. Very subtle.
Like it could be a dance move,
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't accidentally do it. It can't be like a
Like a twerk.
yeah, because you might do that and then. So let's do the head bob.
Okay.
The head
a
rotation.
rotation.
Head isolation. That's get me out of this situation.
Okay, we shall adopt that.
Okay.
Okay, good one for our listeners out
Yeah.
there. You can adopt that as well. Okay.
Oh, if we see it in the club,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
know
come
to
to
come
you.
save you as
Oh,
well.
it's like those signs that they
Yeah.
have.
Head
Like some
isolation.
bars you can go and like once they've like code names,
If
right?
you order
Right, you
like
can speak to the bartender.
Yeah,
Correct.
if
You
you
order
something
what
an
is it,
angel drink or something,
Yes.
that's what they
Right.
say. Then that means that you are in a
Danger.
danger. Yeah, you're in danger.
situation.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay,
Okay,
so
okay,
remember
this
the
yeah. This is-
hit isolation. Get me
If
out
we
of this
see, right, we'll
situation.
know.
Okay, but have you girls heard of the smart clubbing campaign?
There's such thing.
Yes, it's by the Singapore Police Force.
Wow. Okay. So actually, I just learned about this because I never knew there was a smart clubbing campaign.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Singapore Police Force actually they relaunched a year-long campaign that aims to reduce such crimes by encouraging nightlife outlets and patrons to adopt smart clubbing practices.
There's actually a checklist for nightlife outlets on how they can create a smarter and safer environment.
Okay.
So among things on the checklist for these outlets or establishments include deploying adequate and easily identifiable security staff.
Oh, I know Azura's favorite. Very identifiable.
Why
I
ah?
have many.
Look like what?
Oh, because he has like blonde hair. He has like a blonde mohawk.
We're friends. Also, they have things like having enhanced checks upon entry. So you may
Okay.
realize that these days checks at the door are a little bit more thorough than they used to be. They can implement simple measures such as having crime prevention posters. I don't know how effective this is, but okay. Brighter lights and also CCTVs. At enough CCTVs basically, so that they can support the law enforcement requests.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if you guys notice a club that you go to, they're lacking a safe environment, I think it's a sign for you to go visit somewhere else, where you feel a bit more safe.
Absolutely.
Okay, final thoughts and advice, girls. How can we remind ourselves and our friends that consent is very, very important?
Well, I think, when you go out and you know you're going to be inebriated, that buddy system is not just to protect each other, but it might be to protect other people from you. Like, for example, I give you an example. You go out with your friend and you see your friend making someone else very uncomfortable. You need to stop that.
Right.
Don't be like, oh, ignorance is bliss. Like if I don't see it, it's not happening.
Or like he's having a good time. He's having a good time.
No, like have that, ethical responsibility within you to put a stop to it.
I think it's very okay to like whenever you see people and you're unsure of how they may be feeling, like whether they're good or they're not, like just go up and like, are you okay? Like, are you good?
Yeah, even though your friend might be the person making the advances, but
exactly.
you can always go up and check with the other party if he or she is having fun.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's a very important thing to do, and just make sure everybody is okay.
Yeah, and before moving on to any sexual activity,
Right.
which may happen, you must always get consent. And it's tough to give consent when you're intoxicated. And I know most guys that would tell me if a girl is clearly intoxicated, they don't even try to like
Right.
hook up with them.
Okay.
Yeah, because
That's
it's just not right.
Actually, right, there was once I saw this thing basically outside a club where this girl was like very, very intoxicated and she was seated there and she I think had like an injury or something, like
Oh, dear.
her leg was bleeding or
Wasn't
something
me,
like
was
that.
it? Okay.
No,
Just
no,
kidding.
no.
Just kidding.
She's got bruises all over, but she's good.
Okay.
So she was seated like at the side and she was just trying to like, I don't know, somebody was attending to her or something like that. And she was like gone. Like you can tell she was gone.
The lights are off. Yeah.
Off.
Yeah.
And then there was a guy there with her. And this guy was like, hey, that kind of thing, And then after that, when I was sitting by the side, and because I kepo ma, so
See? You tell her not to be kipo, then
You
you
film
are
it
the
down, is
kipo
it?
one.
I
You
never,
post on
I
TikTok,
never
is it?
filmed. I never filmed.
Okay.
I talked to security.
What?
Because they were trying to like get her home, that kind of thing. Like, do you need us to send you to the cab stand, that kind of thing? No, I was like, that one the friend what? Like, is the friend like settling her? And they said like, no, that's not her friend. Like this guy, she literally met like 5 minutes ago. And he's desperately trying to like, never mind, I take her home. Never mind, it's okay.
Whoa.
So they were trying to get her to the cab stand and get her home safe. But this guy kept saying like, no, she's with me. Like, no, she's my friend. And obviously she was like gone. Like she wasn't saying anything.
my gosh.
She couldn't do anything. Yeah.
That's a dangerous situation because someone can just say like, hey, I'm her friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we wouldn't know if that's true.
So thank goodness for the security who actually watched the whole thing go down and made their own analysis of it. I think that's very, very important.
Safe clubbing campaign.
Yes, smart clubbing campaign.
Smart clubbing
Smart.
campaign.
Not very smart, but okay, we love her anyway.
Well, last but not least, having fun is important, but so is your safety, okay? The last thing we all fear is for a night of good music and company, ending with a traumatizing incident. So, as always, keep yourself protected, keep your friends protected, and just have fun, drink less, enjoy the night. Okay, with that, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Clevity's Hush Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at itsclevity.co.
That's right. You can listen to us on Me Listen, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and don't forget to turn on the notifications.
That's right. Check us out on YouTube. This episode very important because we gave you a little call sign.
Yes.
A little code sign that you can only see on YouTube. It's called the head isolation. Yes. I'm in danger.
All right, thank you so much. I'm Hazel.
I'm Azura.
And I'm Germaine.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Let's do a sign.
Ooh, my neck kind of hurts.
You must incorporate it with other moves.
Yeah. Help me.